Welcome to the Bird Gang Nation Sports Media Show, repping the greatest team of all time. Let's go! Bird Gang 31, he be the host with the most. We going deep, burning teams. They ain't nothing but toast. It's Senor Estes. Sirianni put me in coach, running like Miles Sanders till I bumped my head on the post. Touchdown! Yeah, that's coming. Devontae's crazy route running. Jalen hurting them, throwing lasers to Rager, young gunning. Come on! On the D side, we ride, sack him with Fletcher, lay him out on the stretcher. No one can protect you. Watch Darius lay him, shutting down your routes. Come on! In my green John, eating Philly cheesesteaks. Put up your cups, wings up, if you can relate. Tailgating at the link like Gangsta Stride. To the Bird Gang Nation, that's worldwide. On Sundays, catch the pre and post game. Mondays is Birds on Broad Street with Philly Notion and Cool Cat the Man in Motion. And Wednesdays, the midweek special got you open with JC from Eagles Talk, hitting like B-Dog, baby.
Welcome to another edition of Bird Gang Nation Sports Talk. This is your host, Bird Gang 31. Today, Nation, we have a very special guest in the house, Philadelphia Eagles content creator, Cool Eagles in the house. How you doing today, my guy? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fly Eagles fly for life, man. Y'all already know how it is.
Heck yeah, man. Go ahead and let everybody know about your channel, where they can find you at on social media platforms, my guy.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, and before I man, shout out to my guy here, man, the Bird Gang 31, man. I was jamming to that intro, man. I was like, oh man, got me ready, you know what I'm saying? But yes, I am Cool Eagle, man. I am an Eagles fan here from Texas, man. Representing. Been an Eagles fan since 2002. My favorite player of all time. Well, my favorite player of all time is Dominic McNabb, man. With the swagger, the love of the city, man. Like, you gotta love it, man. Like, you play hard, people love you. That's why I love about this fan base. What I love about this team, man. Man, and and that's my inspiration. Life for doing Eagles content, man, is to share that love, man, and just invite all fans, man, alike, man, whether you're an anti this player, a player pro this player. Hey, man, Eagles fans alike, man, Eagles Nation.
Right, true that, my guy. So tell me, Eagle, in the beginning, how'd you feel about the Eagles heading into this season, and then what's your what's the word I'm trying to find? What's your take on them right now?
Coming into this season, man, I was super confident, man, because of the moves that we made in the offseason, trading away our second team All-Pro, a Pro Bowl quarterback in Carson Wentz, who helped us win a Super Bowl, and our Super Bowl winning coach. I was super confident because you don't make moves like that unless you think you're going to do something very good and worthwhile in the future. So coming into the season, I had high hopes, of course, like many other Eagles fans, because I feel like I know Jalen Hurts personally, because he's from Texas. He went to Plainview High School out in Houston, which is about 3 hours from where I am. A lot of my family members know him. and his family. And I seen him in high school, seen him in college, Alabama, when he, fought for his job with Tua. And then he went on to Oklahoma and just put up some of like the greatest numbers that you'll like just really like ever see in college football history. Like with less talent on that team. So like just coming into the season, I thought with Nick Sirianni, like a coach, that like that's a young coach with the offense that he had in Indy, that was creative, and I thought that he was going to bring that same energy there. Like the team was going to be riled up. Like we got the Heisman winner, a winner like Devonta Smith, Jalen Reagor going into the second year, Miles Sanders, and then I just had high expectations, and and I still do, which is why I'm a little bit sad at the way things are going. Like a lot of Eagles fans, a bit disappointed, really. But yeah, like that's just my take on to this season. Just like the talent that we had along with the coaching staff, I thought we were going to do like very, very well.
Nice. And now that we are in week 8 now, how do you feel about the Birds, and what do you think they need to do to change things around?
Man, we just need to go back to like the fundamentals. Like I feel like the fundamentals would really help this team's morale. It would really ease tensions of this fan base, because these past 7 weeks, Bird Gang, like we're seeing like records just broken every single week. Like the fewest runs in a game, quarterbacks just like having a party on us. Derek Carr with his 31 or 34, Tom Brady over 80%, Patrick Mahomes, like something that the Eagles just have not done since I think 1971 or something like that. Yeah. It's just, like I'm really hurt. Like every game, like Nick Sirianni, he finds a way to really disappoint Eagles fans, especially after the first drive, where like it seems like he's a competent coach. He's putting everything together. He's actually living up to his promise of what he said of like putting players in the best position, of using their skill sets wisely, and and we just come 45 minutes later, like just into the game, we're just being sorely disappointed on both sides of the ball, and like I'm seeing in the comments, man, like people are just like sharing that same sentiment. Like the Lions game coming up, like you just don't know at this point, because this coaching staff is just not selling anything to the fan base that would make us think otherwise.
True that at all. Let's get into these coaches, man. We had some press conferences going on here this week, and what'd you take from Nick Sirianni? Considering this team like what would he call it, like a garden? You know what I'm saying? You got to get those roots set, and as long as everybody's doing their share of watering, and we can strengthen those roots, we'll see it bloom. And when it blooms, man, it's going to be real strong.
And when I seen that press conference today, I wanted to quit everything. So I'm like, what are you doing? You're talking to grown men and telling them about a flower garden, pushing daisies to get them motivated to go into a game against a team that has not won a game, that probably has a worse losing streak than the Jacksonville Jaguars, and you want the fan base who spends money going to these games to be confident in that, and then that goes down to the players, like Jimmy Kempski. I think he had a tweet saying that like a player in the back was saying like chlorophyll, more like borophyll. So that just tells me the players are slowly fading away from this coaching staff, like the promises that were given in preseason, and the fact that they're not buying into his message, because the veterans are calling him out already. We've seen that. And I just there's so much to say about that. Like there's so much to say about this coaching staff, and and it's just trickling down to the players, because now you got Jalen Hurts saying a whole bunch of cliches like trust the process, and where we heard that before,
Right.
So it's just not making Philly fans, it's not making content creators, season ticket holders, it's just not making like anyone feel confident at all.
True that, man. Do you think that these coaches can get it together and we will, be able to make a push here late in the season?
Now, if you were to ask like any Eagle fan about what expectations were going into the season, like they would be honest with themselves and like, okay, like we're obviously not better than top 5 teams in the NFC, like maybe even top 6, because you got to be top 7 in your conference to go to the playoffs, and we know that we're not anywhere close to those teams, but it's the fact that we're not using the fundamentals to be competitive. Like I've never seen a head coach, it's like especially a new head coach, like in all my 27 years, mind you, get away from the fundamentals. Like even Green Bay, when they first hired like Matt LaFleur, like he ran the ball. Matt Rule in Carolina, when they first hired him, he ran the ball. Even though they still had a losing record, they still ran enough to where like it was at least competitive. So I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles, if they can just follow of just going back to the fundamentals, I feel like we can at least be competitive and at least ease the tensions of the fan base, to where, we can at least be like, okay, like we're competitive, but we're just not good right now, but we will later.
And see, that's the problem with me because I feel like we have a very good roster. Like, could it be better? Yes. You know what I'm saying? But my main flaws on our roster I see is we need a big linebacker so that's going to, clog those holes and make those tackles, behind the line of scrimmage instead of catch tackles and get blocked easily, right? So that's one thing I think we need. And I think I just need to see us run the ball some more. You seen last week when we ran the ball in that first drive, we looked like an efficient offense. Jalen Hurts was in stride. We were handing off the ball, making nice passes. It's a rhythm thing. You know what I'm saying? You get everybody in rhythm. You get the linemen going. You know what I'm saying? So they're not just backpedaling the whole game. They're actually, opposing their will against the other team. So I think if we can continue to run that ball, and I know Miles Sanders is going to be down probably for another week or two. You know what I'm saying? But I really think it's time for Kenny Gainwell. All the fans been saying, oh, should we bench Miles? Should we bench Miles and put Kenny in, make Kenny the starter? I'm not one of those guys. I think Miles Sanders can be a top 10 back. But this is your chance, Kenny Gainwell, to really put some tape out there and show the lead and get yourself on notice there and show that you can be an elite, running back in this league. Because if so, then we have 2, which is always a good thing. You know what I'm saying? You think of some of these better teams out there, they have 2 good running backs on the roster. They're both doing those things. You look at Cleveland with Hunt and what's his name?
Nick
Chubbs and Hunt. And then you got Dallas with Pollard and Zeke. You know what I'm saying? Like there are some good teams out there, that have 2 good running backs. So I think we need to run the ball. And I still think we got 5 more days left. Something like that before the trading deadline ends. How we need to get on that line and find us a linebacker, man. Like we need one. Like these boys are good for pass defense, and that's good. You know what I'm saying? Our pass defense has been a little bit better, than the years before, but the run defense is garbage, because these guys are too, worried about the pass that they're not clogging the holes. It doesn't help that we don't blitz. It doesn't help that we don't have very many line stunts coming from the coach. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think they can change it up. Hopefully these, outcries from the players and the fans will get these guys to start acting right.
Most definitely. I mean, and we've seen what Miles Sanders can do. Like, we've seen that last year when he gets the ball, every time he touches the ball, he's a top 5 back. He just never got the carry to do it. It's just it just comes down to the fundamentals. Like no way is a football team going to win a game if you're not if you pass the ball 37 times in a half and you only run once. Like, you're not going to win like that, especially if you have a young offense that's still, like wet behind the ears, learning routes, learning plays, and you're going up against a defense, that studied you, like that studied your tendencies, that knows you have a rookie head coach who doesn't really know what he's like. I'm not going to say he doesn't know what he's doing, because again, I think it's just some kind of conspiracy, like at this point, because ain't no way you come from a number 2 run offense in Indy to all of a sudden we're like one of the last place teams when it comes to the ball. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of your run plays come from your quarterback. So, like, it's just comes to the bottom line. Like, the fundamentals are what's going to clean all this mess up. You might even get a couple wins out of this, and you can ease the tension of the fan base who are calling for benching of Jalen Hurts, the firing of Nick Sirianni, a first-year head coach, and and like you can quell a lot of this, a lot of the criticism from the media.
Yeah, like you said, what Bobby said, don't forget to water and fertilize those flowers.
Bobby crazy, man.
Sirianni wants Eagle fans to go out and plant daisies, right? Mm-hmm. We know it's a metaphor and what he meant about it, but man, come on, guys. This is week 8. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like rookies, that's my deal. Just like rookies, they always tell you, after you play your second, third game, you done had an off season, you're not a rookie no more. You know what I'm saying? So it goes the same way with these coaches. And you kind of had me thinking about that, because that's one thing I was thinking about. It does seem kind of like a conspiracy. You had all these plays that you wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? You had all these, dynamic schemes that you want to do, but then you get into the season, you're just vanilla still, kind of like what they did to us in the preseason, where they didn't play nobody, they didn't do very many plays, because they wanted to keep it a secret. I feel like they're still kind of doing that. It's like they were waiting for this stretch of winnable games to actually bring it out, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. I don't know yet, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm hoping, because I know if we go to Detroit and lose this game, I better see some pink slips come out. You know what I'm saying? Somebody needs to lose their job. You know what I'm saying? They do not have one win this year, and I do not, and I repeat, do not want the Eagles to be that team that they get their first win on. So, man, we're going to have to see what they're going to do out there. How do you like Tyreek Jackson, though? I seen him out at practice today. You know what I'm saying? He's out there doing his thing. Are you excited to see what he can do, moving forward here with him and Dallas Goedert?
Yeah, I mean, I like Tyreek Jackson, and it's unfortunate that he had to suffer that injury in the preseason, man, because his route running and, his catching rate is he reminds me of that tight end they had in New England. What's his name? Hernandez. Yeah, man. Like, I see a lot of what I seen in Hernandez and Jackson. And that's what makes me so confident, and what made me upset when the Eagles traded Zach Ertz, because I was like, okay, so we got Dallas Goedert and we got Tyreek Jackson, who has the capability and the skill set to make you think he can be a top 10 tight end in this league. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm confident as soon as he gets back, that'll be more weapons for Jalen Hurts, especially as Jalen Hurts just continues his progression, his drop back sets, learning to, instead of just looking one way and just taking off running, I think that'll help us out. I think that'll help his offense out a lot, especially what Nick Sirianni was talking about in the preseason of really just utilizing these tight ends. So hopefully he can come back before this Detroit game, which is probably impossible, but it's just because, man, if we lose to Detroit, man, do you know how many pitchforks are going to be sold from these many stores in Philadelphia? Do you know how much of a riot is going to be picket signs calling for Nick Sirianni and Howie Roseman's job? So that's what I'm really afraid of, because because like Detroit, if you look at a lot of their games, like they don't really get blown out. Like they lose a lot of close games, like missed field goals by the kicker. And then even last week, like they had a chance to beat the Rams.
Yeah.
Like they had the Rams on their heels. And Matt Stafford is number one in QBR. I think he's like top 5 in yards and top 5 in touchdowns. And like they made him struggle in that game for a little bit, like up until the end. So like that team has a lot of fight that we just don't see in this Philadelphia Eagles team, and that's what makes me afraid of going into Detroit. Like in the fact that they have our number. So, like that really doesn't make me confident. That doesn't make like my boy Bobby feel confident. Like that doesn't make nobody feel confident at all. So, we'll see. But it's just like the fundamentals is what's going to save this team.
And do you agree with me that Jalen Hurts was playing at a higher level at the end of last season than he has been these first 8 games of the season, or 7 games of the season? So, that it has to be the coaching that's bringing his play down.
Yes, most definitely, because if you look at the rushing numbers in Jalen Hurts' like first 4 games last year, like with the running back, they're a lot greater than what they have been these first 7 games. So that tells you if you have a balanced offense with Jalen Hurts, like it's a much higher success rate than just having a shotgun formation offense that a lot of defenses have already seen. They know how to stop you. Don't really have like receivers that can just bully off the line like that. And you just lost the guy that's punishing like cornerbacks on the run block and JJ Arcega-Whiteside. So it's like last year when you compare that to this year, it definitely comes down to play calling. Like, and then I was in Lord Brunson's feed the other day, man, and he was talking about having, like a veteran wide receiver like in that locker room to really like put a fire under these guys' butts, because it seems like a lot of them are still lost in what to do on the assignments. A lot of them look very lethargic when they come out a lot of times. So, and I'm looking at the comments here. You know what I'm saying? Like something like we definitely need linebackers. Yeah, we do. But at the same time, like we head coach. Well, I mean, a defensive coordinator that's going to put them in a position and be able to adjust when he sees them getting toasted on these 5 yards.
Yeah, and if you're going to play zone, man, at least stop it consistently. You know what I'm saying? Like, mix it up. Have some blitzes in there. Make these linebackers get physical instead of just catching these blocks. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think our team is still, if we had better coaching, these linebackers wouldn't look as trash as they do right now. You know what I'm saying? If we had better coaching, they'll still look a lot better than what they are putting out there on the field. Since you're not blitzing, they are catching these linemen. They cannot get off these blocks. You know what I'm saying? They are worried about the pass. That's all a coaching scheme thing as opposed to them actually being, crappy players. Because, both of these guys had good years last year. Singleton had a good year last year here for the Eagles, and Wilson had a good year over there in Minnesota. So there's no reason that they both should be playing so trash this year. It definitely needs to change, and it definitely could get better, if this scheme gets mixed up a little bit.
Exactly. I'm not going to say that Alex Singleton is trash, but he's definitely not but you definitely don't want him to be your best linebacker at a key position on your defense. Like, you don't want that. And I know that he leads a lot of the team in tackles, but a lot of those tackles come after the ball has already been caught. Like, he's not breaking up any passes. He's not guarding any receiver, in those short and intermediate routes. We definitely need some more we definitely need some more set in that position, and that's where I'll give Jonathan Gannon the benefit of the doubt, because you don't really have a lot of skill in that linebacker position, like outside of Eric Wilson, who has the only interception in the linebacker core. So
No. And I will say that this Caleb guy, he had a good point here when he was like, it is like kind of, he is playing out of position, in our scheme. That's why I said if we got one good stud linebacker and went back to the 4-3, had that stud linebacker in the middle, and then you put Wilson and Singleton on the outside linebacker spots, I think that would work out a lot better for them. That middle linebacker could take care of the run. They can still do their thing and take care of the pass, and that would be a lot better for our defense over there. So, yeah, I do agree that they're not neither one of them is a middle linebacker at all, 0%. You know what I'm saying? Like they both are outside linebackers, trying to fill the role of a middle linebacker.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and it just makes you wonder. And then you look at no Grandizer. I am in Texas at the moment, but I am a Philadelphia Eagles fan. Like since 2002, at a very young age. And as you know, being in Texas, a lot of my family is Cowboy fans. So every Sunday, I have to hear, We Them Boys. I got to hear that Wiz Khalifa song. I got to hear all that jazz. So, but no, I am not Philly. I am in the DFW area in Texas.
Right. We got the Eagle content creators everywhere, my guy. Shout out to the 15 in the chat. Please hit and like and subscribe to both of our channels.
Yeah, for sure, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Make sure you like and subscribe, my boy, man.
Yeah. Cool. Eagles channels growing over there. And then, Bird Gang, we're trying to get to that 2K mark as soon as possible, my guys. So let's keep on getting new people in here, and let's keep grinding and rising together. He said, I'm not going to check Ancestry.com, but I think Nick Sirianni is real Kotex.
Dude, that coach.
Oh, you crazy. You crazy. He said, I feel you're cool. It's rough being an Eagles fan in Texas, man.
Yeah, Texas Eagle, it is tough. It's very tough. Every time I wear my Eagles jersey out in public, man, like I get at least one or two people that say like Eagles suck, man. Like, and then the other one they be like, hey, man, so like are y'all gonna trade Jalen Hurts, man? Because like the Houston Texans could use him. I'm like, well,
he's staying. He's staying, my guy.
Oh, yeah, for sure, because he's a second round pick. No. Mm-hmm. Probably not. But
yeah, and Philly Notion lives in Texas too. I know. I do a couple shows with him a week, and he's in Texas, so that's good too. There's a lot. Eagles fans are all over the place, man. They're all over the place, and we're gonna always.
I thought Notion was in Brooklyn or something like that, man. Because he's a huge Nets fan, so I just naturally assumed, okay. But hey, but that's good to know. Fun fact, I didn't know that.
Yeah. So. All right, so what do you think? Give me 3 keys to victory here this Sunday.
Victory. Keys to victory, keys to survive. We can call it a whole bunch of things, but for one thing, we got to put pressure on Jared Goff. We got to do that. We know how Jared Goff is under pressure. He's not the most mobile quarterback in the NFL. He typically turns the ball over when he sends in his face like that. So for number one, we got to put pressure on Jared Goff. Make sure we bring a 5-man front and make him have to take them hits and get that ball in there. Make him get that ball out faster than he wants to, because we know by the analytics it doesn't always work out well for him. Number two, we have to not deviate from what works. If being in an I formation, the power I formation with the 2 tight end set, working off the play action, if that is what is going to bring us victory, if that is what is going to bring us victory, let's not just do that on one drive. Let's not lie to Eagles fans in week 8. You know what I'm saying? Because for one, you've already lied enough in saying that you're going to use players' strengths to their best ability. So let's just do what works. Have a balanced offense. In the first half, you need to have at least 15 run plays, not by the quarterback. We need to have 15 run plays. And we need to take the burden off of Jalen Hurts, because we know during the season he has over 80% of the offense in his hands, and he's still learning on the fly. I think he leads the NFL in offensive usage. Man, Bobby's number three.
Bobby's killing me.
Number three, do not give Detroit extra turnovers, because all year we know that they've been a team that likes to fight. Like, the record does not indicate how sneakily good they actually are. They just have to bad luck, at the field goals, turnover by Jared Goff. So 3, limit the turnovers. 0, you can do it. And Jalen Hurts doesn't really throw interceptions too much like that on the year. So like, those 3 things are something that we need to do, man. But like, I'm curious to hear what you think are the keys to victory.
Yeah, 3. You pretty much nailed most of them. You know what I'm saying? Run the rock. You know what I'm saying? I know we're down and back, but I still think Kenny Gainwell and Scott could do it. Maybe we bring up, everybody's been asking for him, so maybe bring up Howard this week. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it's going to take to make you feel confident to keep running that rock.
Yeah.
Run that rock. Like you said, 15 times first half sounds great to me, and until they stop you, really. If we keep running on them, because I know they do have a problem. They are also linebacker deficient. So if we can keep running that rock and keep pounding it down their throat, then that'll be good for us. And I think that, we'll have a more easier game. It'll be time of possession to be on our side. You know what I'm saying? Receivers start getting open a little more. But I did like what Caleb said, too. We kind of do have, like, the same type of receivers on our roster. And that's why I was thinking we need to go out and get a guy like Larry Fitzgerald. You know what I'm saying? Larry Fitzgerald's a vet. He can help these guys out, show them some tricks of how to get open a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? And he'll add some value, be that like the 4th receiver, coming in on 3rd downs like that, getting that reliable hands out there. Because the only one I can even say that's been showing me reliable hands kind of is Quez Watkins.
Yes.
Like, Devontae Smith dropped some balls I thought he should have dropped. To be that number 1 receiver, you got to make that catch, I'll be watching highlights of all these other teams' star receivers, and you just put the ball anywhere in their facility, you know what I'm saying? They're making that catch. You know what I'm saying? I don't see all of our receivers doing that yet, and it's already week 8, and I need to see that happen. That's been our plague, to our receiver core the last 3-4 years now. You know what I'm saying? That they're not catching open balls, they're not catching contested passes. They need to do that. You know what I'm saying? I think, they'll all get more playing time. They'll see more balls come their way if they start doing it, and the offense might look a lot better, especially if you're running the ball. They'll have that much space to be more open. And hopefully feed Goddard, too, over the middle, because we need to start attacking the middle of the field. You know what I'm saying? That's another one, I think. You can watch our passing charts for Jalen Hurts, just both sides, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? We rarely ever throw in the middle of the field. And I think defenses are starting to, I remember watching that Tampa Bay game. They actually put people on both sides. That whole middle of the field, like, once you got past the defensive line, there was nobody there at all. And that's like how you NFL coach with your little, keyboard, clipboard thing, iPad thing, and you cannot see when you're analyzing the last play that the middle of the field is wide open, and why haven't you attacked it yet? So they definitely need to attack that middle of the field. But, they're coming along. Like, I still feel like, the crazy thing is I still feel like, because once you get past those top 5 teams in the NFC, all the other teams are 8-8. I mean, 3-3. So, you know what I'm saying? 3-4. Yeah. So we can still make a playoff run but it has to start here in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So, like you said, penalties, especially in crucial times, have to stop. Run the rock. And then put that pressure on Goff, because you put that pressure on Goff, he sucks. So
for sure. I mean, like Goff turns into Blaine Gabbert when he's under pressure. So I mean, and that's what we need him to be all game. So I don't know what Gannon scheme is going to be this week. Hopefully, like, he doesn't play that sticks defense that that absolutely got us shredded last week. I hope he actually comes with the mindset of putting pressure on Jared Goff. Make him get that ball out faster than he wants to. And we seen what the Rams did in the 4th quarter last week. Like, that's what they did. They start, bringing Aaron Donald, up that A gap, like the linebacking core start shelling off those short to intermediate routes that he was trying to do if he was getting pressure, and like it brought him a lot of trouble. So Gannon needs to come with it. Like none of that. Playing off the ball, like the Detroit Lions do not. Yes, blitz. Mm-hmm. I'm saying like the Detroit Lions do not have receivers to where you can just play off the ball, like get up in their face. You know what I'm saying? And then bring the pressure on Jared Goff, make him throw the ball faster than he wants to. And then Jalen Hurts, man, like he needs to learn to just stay in the pocket a little bit longer. Like let that play develop. Like I know in a press conference he was saying that a lot of us don't see what he sees, but we do see what you see.
But
receiver.
I'm gonna say I kind of get that, but at the same time, man, when this guy's running for his life as much as he is from our deficient line, and you know what I'm saying, just the other team, especially last week, man, they were in that backfield like every play. Crosby and Donald J, whatever his name, they were back there in like 2-3 seconds. Yeah, they were back there all the time. And yes, I do think sometimes it is seeing ghosts, you know what I'm saying, thinking it's going to happen. But when you got pressure coming at you like that all the time, that's what that's what seeing ghosts is. You're so used to, the pressure coming at sometimes when there's not, you still take off there. But yeah, sometimes he does, he'll scramble a little too early when he gets just sit there in the pocket and, let these guys fly by him. And then make a play after that. So I do agree in that aspect. But yeah, some of those times he is just running for his life. And when you have the same play calls, the defense knows your plays. It's kind of hard. You know what I'm saying? He knows that he's playing. I bet you sometimes he goes to the line like, this play ain't gonna work. This play ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? But he doesn't get the reins to call a new play at the line. He's still in that mode where he just wants to do whatever the coach says so he can make sure he does his job. You know what I'm saying? So I think he sometimes he just needs to say, forget what Nick Sirianni say, an audible at the line. That play is garbage. Here we go. We're going to do this play, blah, 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 and get it done. Whatever it takes to make you look better out there. Because right now, if you're just listening to Nick, he's leading down the road you don't want to be on.
No. Yeah. So, like, Jalen Hurts, like, he needs to, like, I get that sometimes we don't see exactly what he's not seeing because, because like we see the instant replay and we see the like all 21, but like we're not actually in the quarterback's helmet, when he snaps the ball, what he's seeing, we don't see that, like I get that, but at the same time, like you have to be cognizant, of the open receiver because a lot of times we do see open receivers that he's just not seeing, like sometimes make off kilter throws instead of just taking the flat, So, like this game, like I'm not saying like that you have to do a masterpiece because they still are the Detroit Lions, but you have to be balanced. You have to be cognizant of of what's in front of you. Like we have to make run Dodger 12. Like, do you see what I see way up in the sky? Land, you see if I see a star there.
Oh man, Grant's so funny. I love that guy. And sometimes he just needs to run. I hate how he gets undecisive where he goes, should I run? Should I run? Just run. If it's open, sometimes that's what you gotta do. That's what Lamar Jackson does. He waits. Exactly. He's confused about it. He don't think twice about running because he knows he can run. So sometimes he just needs to just go. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I see it open and he's still sitting there trying to make that pass, kind of like when Donovan McNabb started his career, he ran a lot, and then everybody got on him for not being a passing quarterback. So then he tried to sit back that very next year that he was like, oh, no, I'm a passing quarterback. Watch. That year he didn't run. He kept getting hit. He wasn't the same anymore because he was trying to do something that he's not. Jalen Hurts is a dual threat quarterback, and for him, it's run first, pass second until he gets better at passing. Like Michael Vick, his first couple of years in the league. Michael Vick didn't become a passer till he came to the Eagles on that second stint of his career, as opposed to that first. Yeah, he had a bomb where you seen him launch that bomb, but it's only because receivers were wide open because they were too scared of him running the ball. They had everybody in the box, So that left people wide open. But establish that fear first. You know what I'm saying? That's what got you here to the pros. That will help you put all them big numbers up. establish that first, and then you still got plenty of time. You're on your 11th or 12th game now. You got plenty of time to throw the ball, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got years of development. Every year is going to be a development year for you, but take advantage of the things you can do good now, and then worry about that later. Because sometimes I just don't like when he's stuck and we're like, run. You see him on TV like run the ball, and he doesn't run, and he's like and then he acts like don't pass, and then he waits like 3 more seconds, then he decides to run, and it's not open no more. Someone's already on his tail, so it's like you got to make that. You got to be like, either I'm throwing the ball now or I'm running the ball now. Let's go, boom, one or the other, boom, boom, boom. Be more decisive on what you're gonna do out there.
Exactly. I mean, it really when you get to the bottom line of it, Sirianni needs to be super creative in his play calling. He needs to I'm saying have some toss plays in there. I have not seen a toss play from this offense all season.
Sweeps,
Yeah, I'm saying do something that's creative, man. I was watching that Jets game last week. I'm saying, and they were doing everything to score. You know what I'm saying? You had wide receivers throwing touchdowns. You had toss plays at the backfield, man, in the I formation, man. It was I want something like that. And I feel like Nick Sirianni can do that, but for some reason, I don't know if he just doesn't believe in the quarterback, in the scheme. I don't know if Howie is here telling him, hey, we need to pass the ball this many times because of these weird analytics that nobody has ever heard of. But you know what I'm saying? But Nick Sirianni needs to be more creative because that whole Jalen Hurts in a shotgun formation, that's not going to win this ball game. If we do this shotgun more than 50% of this game, we're losing.
Yeah. And this Halloween, I don't want that to be my trick or treat. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts losing to and then I feel like if we lose, it's not even going to be a close loss. It's going to be we're going to get destroyed on Halloween, and I'm going to be very, very sad.
Man,
it's not going to happen, but I feel like that's if we come with the same whack coaching, that's what's going to happen the rest of this season. You know what I'm saying? I had Joy Shakes on my channel, and he was telling me, man, he was like, I don't see him winning more than 2 more games. I was like, Shakes, what are you doing, man? How you going to say that? But he's like, with the coaching, the way we're playing right now, if they don't change it, we won't ever get there, and we're going to lose every game, man. You can't get out-coached every single game. Like you said, we got to mix it up sometime. Try anything. Go to your, you say you have all these hundreds and hundreds of plays. Go to your special plays. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Whatever that red book that you don't want to bring out in case of emergency. Hey, we are in an emergency. You know what I'm saying? You need to use all of them.
So the city of Philadelphia will come knocking on your door. If you give Detroit their first win, if you give them their first win, you will have pitchforks and signs calling for your job. And it's gonna be hell to pay the rest of the season because you're 2-6 the first 8 games, which essentially probably puts you out of playoff contention. You know what I'm saying? So it's just and Pine Hawk 99. If Atlanta had tape on us, they probably beat us too. I mean, you may be right because Atlanta is looking, they're looking they're looking like the Indianapolis Colts right now. I think they've been on a win streak. So, maybe a question: what was Cool Eagles 2021 season prediction? Has that prediction changed for prediction? Okay, my season prediction. I thought our ceiling wins was going to be 11 or 12, and I thought floor was 6 or 7. So, and has that prediction changed? Slightly, just because I didn't count on Nick Sirianni breaking records every game, not running the ball, not bringing what he did in Indy over here, which makes me think that Frank Reich was really in charge the whole time and just keeping him with the headphone and the clipboard.
Frank is really looking like a genius right now. For even Dougie P, Dougie P play calling got suspect after Frank left. And then now that Sirianni left, Frank, it's starting to look like, were you really calling the plays over there? Or were you just a clipboard holder that had the plays in your hand?
Yes. And my score prediction for versus the Lions, Oh man, my score prediction versus the Lions. I want to say 25-22 Eagles. 25-22 Eagles. Because I feel like it's going to come down to the wire. Like, I feel like we're going to allow like Detroit to slowly try to come back in this game. Like, they're going to score on us, and then like a 2-point conversion, and then with like 3 minutes left, like we're going to have the ball in our hands, and then like it's going to come down to a play, like a third and 2. You know what I'm saying, that that we're going to have to convert in our own territory, or else like we're going to have to punt the ball back to Detroit, and then like they're going to try to come back, kick a field goal. Like, that's how I see it. But what's your score prediction, Bird Gang?
Yeah. My score prediction is 31-28 Eagles.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? I think it's going to be a little higher because both defenses are kind of suspect right now. And unless, like, I feel like that could be, or we can win by a little bit more, but I'm going to be safe because I've been going like with these double-digit wins, and I've been looking very foolish lately. So I'm trying to make a closer game right now, but I do have the Birds winning 31-28. We have a second field goal or whatever it takes, and last second touchdown to get over the top there. But I do think that's what's going to happen with us this week. I'm praying, because if not, man, like I said, it's going to be a rough week next week. Let's just say that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like Pie Hog, Sirianni is a frat boy. He wants to be friends with the players. Man, like my take on Sirianni, like after that press conference, man, like, I really don't think players take him serious. Like I don't think players take him serious, because like you think of the things he says, like comparing a hyper masculine sport, a high contact sport, to gardening flowers and pushing daisies. I'm just like I'm Devonta Smith, and I'm coming from a coaching, coaching of Nick Saban, who was like, "Come on, man, catch that ball, you're fired." You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, how can you take him seriously? Like, if I personally were talking to Nick Sirianni, I wouldn't be motivated.
Right?
Yeah, I'm saying
he's too soft for Philly.
He
needs to be more hardcore with these guys. You know what I'm saying? Bench him on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you playing like crap. Get on the bench. You decide, you want to come back and do something different. You know what I'm saying? He needs to be that kind of a coach. We need that type of coach in Philly. We need a coach.
And he's not going to be that.
He fooled me in training camp, because you kept seeing these videos of him pulling people aside. When Rager was acting up, he pulled Rager aside, you know what I'm saying, telling him what he needed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but everybody
we finally got that coach. And now you get all pansy once you get to the regular season, like, oh, it's gonna be all right. We're gardening our flowers. We're gonna have a nice little blossom. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's still early. We still can make a push with this schedule that we have right now. Dallas always falters in October, November, December. You know what I'm saying? That's just not their months. You know what I'm saying? They always start losing games. The only way Dallas knows how. So we can still come back. There's still a possibility. Not a very high possibility, but there still is a possibility we can come back and steal this division at the end. Gotta realize that that was training camp is for you to do your gardening and the roots to grow, and you can fertilize and do all that. That was training camp, my guy. You are in week 8. That thing needs to be budded by now. You know what I'm saying? That needs to be a full, strong flower already. So you need to get your stuff together, get out there, and coach a good football game.
Exactly. Like if I reminisce back to when he was talking with Jalen Reagor about doing better, and and Jalen Reagor, man, just his character as an athlete, man. I'm just, he let Sirianni talk to him like that, but he also lets trolls on Twitter talk to him like that. Like now I'm at the point to where I'm just like, if he would have talked to like Devonta Smith like that. Okay, now I've been like, oh, okay. Because, we don't hear a lot of him, because we don't hear a lot of what he's saying to the other players. We just heard of what he said to Jalen Reagor, who is susceptible to trolls on Twitter. So I'm thinking to myself, like, it's just like when you're an athlete like Devonta Smith and you're talking with Nick Sirianni, like, I'm like, how much respect do you really just have for him? You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been good way before you. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Heisman winner. You know what I'm saying? Like like you didn't even make it to the pros. At least Doug Peterson was a quarterback, and like with Green Bay back then. Like at least we know what Doug Peterson did. Like at least we know his resume. At least he has a Super Bowl win on his resume. Nick Sirianni is wet behind the ears, and we clearly see from what's going on in Indy that he was not the mastermind behind the offense. Like he probably came up with some cool routes or what have you, but like that's all beside the point. I'm not trying to get too much into Nick Sirianni, but it's just
If I was Devontae, I'd be like, I'll go throw a tape on Sirianni's desk. These are my highlights from Alabama. Check it out and see if you can incorporate some of these plays into the offense. Thank you. Have a great day, Nick.
You know what I'm saying, man? Like, you know what I'm saying, man? Because like it's so easy to talk to the dudes. Like it's so easy to talk to Jalen Reagor and dudes like him like that. Like it's very easy to talk to dudes like him and JJ Arcega-Whiteside like that. But what are you doing to motivate the alpha guys in the locker room? Like what are you doing? Like Devonta Smith, Fletcher Cox, who's called you out, Jason Kelsey, who's called you out. You know what I'm saying? Like what are you doing to motivate guys? Because if you can't do that, then you pretty much don't have the locker room. And bring back to the question: what three Eagles rookies have impressed Cool Eagles the most thus far? Oh yeah, Devonta Smith, of course, impressive. Kenneth Gainwell, and then I'm gonna go to the defensive side. Do we have any rookies on defense? I'm trying to think, man. Who the rookies on defense? That was pretty good.
Milton Williams.
Oh yeah. I'm saying Milton Williams. Even though like he doesn't really show up on the stat sheet like that, I like of what he can just like potentially bring as far as like in the A gap, like closing up some of those holes in the run game. And then it's crazy because Milton Williams is from my hometown, so you know what I'm saying, man. Like my mom knows his mother personally, so it's just like nice. That's what number 3. So
hey, tell your mom to get us an off-season interview with the big guy over there.
Man, I'm really trying to. Man, I'm trying to, man. But yeah,
they won't do it to the off-season anyway. They can't even do nothing like that during the season like that. So,
oh yeah, for sure.
But hey, like I always do at the end of my shows, man, I like to get your all-time Eagles team. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what it's about, my guy. I know you've been in here. So we're gonna start out with the quarterback. Give me your all-time favorite Eagles quarterback and who will be backing them up.
Oh man, like this always gets me, man. Cool Eagles, did you know when you come on B31 show, like you got to do your best, fly Eagles, fly dance? Oh yeah, of course, man. You already know what we doing, man. You already know what we doing, Grant.
Yeah, we got him, Grant.
But yeah, man. But like that question is a very tough one, because like we think about all-time Eagles quarterbacks. Like you gotta, like especially from my generation, like you gotta think about.
This is your team, so it doesn't have to be in Eagles history. This is in your history of watching the team.
Yeah. So like it's gotta be between Donovan McNabb and Nick Foles, man. Prime Nick Foles. So it's just like, but I'm gonna go with Donovan McNabb. Like Donovan McNabb, and backing him up, I'm gonna have Nick Foles because he's the best backup quarterback of all time, unless you accounting what's his name from the Washington football team in the '80s, but I don't do that. But yeah. So Donovan McNabb. Nick Foles, like backing him up.
Okay, 3 running backs.
Okay, off top, I'm gonna have Deuce Staley, and then back him up, Brian Westbrook. And then like if I can pick an honorable mention at running back, I'm gonna have Correll Buckhalter. Like
yeah,
I'm saying, man, Correll Buckhalter. I'm saying, man, like I love playing with him on Madden. Deontay Cole, I was not around for Randall Cunningham. So I mean, although I've seen highlights of Randall Cunningham, I can't officially pick him because I didn't really get to see him play.
Grant always likes me to ask, so I'm asking you anyway. Give me a fullback.
Fullback? Oh shoot. That's a tough one. Man. No, like, that's a tough one because I actually don't remember too many Eagles because Andy Reid didn't really use them too much.
Yeah, Richie and Weaver. Those will probably be in your generation.
Oh yeah, Richie for sure. Yes, Richie for sure. Yes, Richie.
Give me 2 tight ends.
Tight ends. Of course I'm gonna put Zach Ertz in there, like Zach Ertz, and Chad Lewis. Back him up.
4 receivers.
4 receivers. Okay, Terrell Owens, as my first receiver. Number 2, I'm gonna have number 2 receiver. Number 2, I'm gonna have Alshon Jeffrey. 3 in the slot, I'm gonna have. Man, it's a tough one. Yeah, like number 3, I'm gonna have Deshaun Jackson. 4, I'm gonna have gonna be my 4th one. I'm trying to go back in time here.
Macklin for your era, right?
Oh yeah, Macklin for sure. Macklin for sure. Yeah, like only 1,000-yard receiver that we had like before somebody else did it. So, yeah. So, Pinehawk, I would. Offensive Pinehawk, I would put Herrick Carmichael, but it's in my generation. I see none of those Eagles greats play, but if I did see them play, they would be on my all-time team for sure. But I don't want to seem disingenuous by players I've never seen play. Like I never like to want to do that. And then like Deontay asked me a question. I'm trying to see what he asked me.
Now you're talking about the defensive lineman, but you're not there yet.
Okay.
You're on the offensive line.
Offensive line.
Like 10 minutes, so we got to roll this one out.
All right. All right. So left tackle, I'm gonna have Jason Peters when he was in his prime. Like Jason Peters, even though he's kind of a flop now, but my left guard. Let me think. I'm trying to think. My left guard, because man, we've had a myriad of left guards. Let's see. Left guards. Man, it's a good man. Like, why you do this to me? Man, we gotta go back in time.
Todd Hermans, Sean Andrews, Evan.
Todd Hermans for sure. My center is Jason Kelsey for sure. Iron Man Jason Kelsey. My right guard. Let's see. Eagle. Let's see. Man, this is tough, man. Just gotta go back in time. Let me think. Right guard. Dang. That is a really good question, but I'm gonna go with Brandon Brooks because.
Okay, there you go.
I mean, because man, I know what we had back in the day with Harriman's and them boys, but like Brandon Brooks, like when he's healthy, he is like again, he's a 7-time Pro Bowler. He's like he has more All Pros. And then right tackle. Let me see. Let's see. I'm trying to think. Trying to think. Right tackle, because we had some.
You gotta be Lane Johnson, right? Your era. He probably been the best since then.
I want to hold on because there was this one I'm trying to get, man, because I have him on my list here. Oh yes, John Runyon, that's the name, John Runyon.
Yeah, he was a big.
Yeah, my boy John Runyon. Yes, yeah. All but right, backing him up, I would have Lane Johnson. Yeah, so those are my.
Your front four defensive line.
Front four defensive line. Oh yeah, so I gotta have Jerome. I gotta have my boy Jerome in there. I gotta have my boy. I think his name is Corey Simon. Corey Simon
on the show. If you didn't watch that, check that one out, my guys.
What? For real? You had Corey Simon over here? Like, that's
Yeah.
my boy, man. Because, hold on.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you something. Hold on. Look, man, I got Madden 2004, man. So, man, like,
Yeah.
I played this religiously. You know what I'm saying, man? So, Corey Simon was my dog in franchise, man. Like, I got like 9.5 sacks every year with Corey Simon until he retired. Corey Simon, Hugh Douglas, thank you, Grandizer, Hugh Douglas, and then my defensive ends, who am I going to be my defensive ends?
Well, Hugh Douglas was the end. So you got Corey Simon, Jerome Brown, Hugh Douglas. You need one more.
Derek Burgess.
Burgess. Yeah, I like
Derek
Burgess. He was good. Give me 3 linebackers.
Oh, yeah, Ike Reese. Ike Reese. Ike Reese. My linebackers. Ike Reese. Mark Semino. Mark Semino, my boy Mark.
Semino makes the list for the first time. That's awesome.
And Jeremiah Trotter.
Nice.
Oh my God, Marianne Johnson said it. Trent Cole. Oh my God, I'm so sorry, Marianne. I forgot all about Trent Cole. Man. I don't know how I did, but hold on. Let me take I replace Derek Burgess with Trent Cole, man. Trent Cole.
We'll let you do it. We'll let you do it. Give me 3 cornerbacks.
Oh yeah, Troy Vincent, Sheldon Brown. So Troy Vincent, Sheldon Brown. Let's see. So Troy Vincent, Sheldon Brown. Let me see.
Got Sheldon. Might as well get
Sheldon Brown. Yeah, of course. Yeah, so Troy Vincent, Sheldon Brown, Bobby Taylor, and what's his face? I just said him. I just said his name. Roderick Hood.
Hood, nice. What about 3 safeties?
Oh yeah, Brian Dawkins, Michael Lewis, and Marianne. Like, I know what you said, Eric Allen, but I didn't get to see him play, so I don't want to seem like one of them guys that they never seen play. So, so Brian Dawkins, Michael Lewis, and who else? Because those were the ones like that
Malcolm
I really
Jenkins?
like. Huh?
Were you a Jenkins fan?
Oh yeah, of course, Malcolm Jenkins. Yes, yeah, because he's in the pro. I gotta get him.
Your favorite kicker?
Kicker? Oh, David Akers. Of course,
Punter?
all time David Akers. Like, ain't nobody better than David Akers.
Your favorite punter?
Punter, shoot, like I really didn't pay too much like attention to the punters, man. Like, I'm saying,
I'll
because
say Sippos.
huh?
Sippos.
Oh,
I put it right now. He's bad at.
Oh yeah, Sippos. Oh yeah, man. Look, man. Like, people be sleeping on Sippos, man. Like, if you don't make a if you don't make a Pro Bowl this year, because I don't see a punter that's better than him this year outside the dude that's on the I think the Ravens. I think, but yeah, Sippos good. Like, I like Sippos.
What about your defensive coordinator?
Defensive coordinator? Oh, Ryan. What's his name? Bud Ryan? Yeah, Buddy Ryan. Of course, Buddy Ryan.
Your offensive coordinator?
Offensive coordinator. Oh, man.
And if your offensive coordinator is the head coach too, you can put them all in one too.
Oh, yeah, of course, Andy Reid. Andy
Reid, Big Red in the house.
Yes.
That's what's up, man. Man, thanks again for coming on the show today. I hate to try to rush out of here, but we do got another live. So we got a special network live, the first premiere of the midweek special NFC East edition with Okoye from the Dallas Cowboy content creator. So make sure you guys are coming back in like 15 minutes. Go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you at, my guy.
Oh yeah, man. Like, y'all find me at Cool Eagle. I think they got the link below. Y'all can find me there. Hey, man. Even if your opinions do not agree with mine, I welcome them all, man. Like you say what you like. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's just talk Eagles football, man. Because Eagles Nation, like, we're all a family. So like, I can't wait to see you all in the comment section, and like anytime I go live, I can't wait to see you all. Marianne, Grandizer, and Bobby, man, I really hope to see y'all there, man. Like, I love all y'all. Thank y'all for like for having me on here. Bird Gang, thank you for like showing love, man. And again, like y'all remember to like, subscribe, get this content out to like the Eagles fans everywhere, man. Because Bird Gang is that guy. So you know.
Hey, much love. I respect you, and anytime you want to come back to the nation, my guy, just let me know. We'll make it happen, my guy. Much love to
Yes,
the 15 still in the chat. Please, like he said, like and subscribe, and go ahead and subscribe to Cool Eagles channel, man. He's a cool guy, great Eagles content creator. And like I always say at the end of my shows, fly Eagles, fly. Till next time, this Bird Gang 31, and we are out. Peace.